One of the last big hurrahs of the summer is this weekend, Labor Day, and the days leading up to the weekend are going to be hot. Today on Delmarva Life, we tell you what to expect weather-wise, and even though some of the temps will dip this weekend, it doesn't mean you don't have to worry about the sun's rays. But ask yourself this, would you drink sunscreen?
I would taste it, I really would, and if I liked it, if it didn't hurt me, I probably would drink it.
No, I wouldn't spend my money on it. Sorry. I just eat leafy greens and go with that.
Another consideration, are you allergic to it?
Anything that doesn't say zinc oxide and titanium dioxide are going to be chemical sunscreen.
And then there are sun safety steps you should use all year round. Coming up, we'll tell you how to best stay protected.
Protection from the sun is only one of the elements people need to worry about. And as the days continue to fly by, before you know it, the colder temps will be here. We show you a Delmarva treasure helping those who need it most.
Many of you may not need a new bathroom makeover, but rather you want one. Today, Angie Hicks from Angie's List tells us what's in and what's out and which options are timeless.
And after you've finished with your bathroom, you may want to move on to another important room in your house, your kitchen. Many of you would like granite, but has a thought of high prices left you reconsidering? We show you the many options and finishes to best fit your budget.
And then we head into our kitchen, and Jimmy, I'll tell you, you're really missing out today. The chef from Irish Eyes is here showing us a barbecue rib recipe complete with Asian coleslaw. Delmarva Life starts right now.
Good afternoon, I'm Lisa Bryant.
And I'm Sean Stryker, sitting in for Jimmy Hoppa. Welcome to Delmarva Life from historic Studio D.
And speaking of Jimmy Hoppa, we want to use this time to thank everyone for the well wishes for Jimmy as he recovers from his surgery this afternoon. He had it this morning. And as you can imagine, it's a stressful day for his wife, Carol. So as soon as things calm down a little bit, we're going to have some updates on his condition. But in the meantime, let's just keep praying.
Yeah, we're keeping him in our thoughts.
Absolutely. Well, if you've been driving around town like Jimmy was in that video, you may have noticed some teal ribbons today. Lewis and Georgetown are just two local cities participating in Turn the Towns Teal. It's a national campaign designed to raise awareness of ovarian cancer, which has often been referred to as a silent disease. Ovarian cancer symptoms are typically vague and subtle, but if it's detected in the early stages, the reported survival rate is 90 to 95%. Now, the teal ribbons will be displayed throughout the remainder of the month, and then we'll be talking more about ovarian cancer and some advances being made later on this week.
Yes, we will be. And hey, if you were in Easton over the weekend, you may have noticed some very large women running the
Sean!
streets. No, I'm not. All right, so I know you don't call women large, so just to let everybody know and to clear up any confusion, they weren't women. They were actually men. Just take a look at these guys. They actually volunteered to get dressed up in drag with high heels and all and race each other. Now, this was all to raise money for Friends of Hospice, and boy, did they raise a lot of it, over $65,000, with all of the proceeds going to benefit Talbot Hospice.
Wow, $65,000. That is wonderful. That happened in downtown Easton. Downtown Cambridge is sending off summer with some blues. The streets will be filled with good food, good brews, and great entertainment for the 8th annual summer send-off. The event also features the wacky and fun Main Street Mile, where teams from local businesses and organizations do a spoof of a triathlon, a relay race on kid-sized tricycles. Take a look at that. Running in snorkel flippers and doing the egg walk. Now, the summer send-off is Saturday, September 12th from 4 to 10 p.m. on the 400 blocks of Poplar and Ray Streets in downtown Cambridge.
Looks like a lot of fun.
It does.
Well, also in Cambridge, boat builders will soon begin work on a 65-foot wooden schooner with a lot of history. It's a replica of the Pearl, which played a key role in the escape of more than 70 enslaved people from 1848. Now, this isn't the Pearl, but it's an image of what it might have looked like in the Chesapeake. The Pearl became a famous symbol of the ending of the slave trade. Unfortunately, after it was captured, the Pearl was lost to history. Now, the replica of the Pearl will be built according to existing records. Now, visitors are welcome to come out and watch the boat as it's built.
Wow.
So that's really cool.
They can watch history come alive. Well, many business owners on Delmarva will go down in history for their efforts to help local veterans, and the Hertrich family is one of them. Tomorrow, the Hertrich family will be having a statement of support signing on behalf of all of their dealerships with the Delaware ESGR. The ESGR is an organization that fosters a culture in which all employers support and value the employment of military service members and their families. Now, coinciding with the event is a week-long job fair at the Milford dealership. The job fair is open to the public for jobs available at all of their locations in Delaware and Maryland. Veterans, of course, are encouraged to apply, and if you want more information or if you want to reserve a spot for your interview, call 302-648-JOBS.
Now, speaking of veterans, you may remember when we were talking about World War II veteran Charles Moore. Well, the Caroline County man just turned 100 years old, and get this, he says that he can remember D-Day clearly. Well, the Caroline County Historical Society invites all World War II veterans as well as all surviving spouses to attend the opening of a major exhibit in the Museum of Rural Life in Denton. World War II Stories uses first-person accounts of Caroline County combat veterans that the Society had professionally videotaped between 2002 and 2005. This is right up my alley.
Yeah.
Plus, they also recently recorded tapes of local actors reading wartime letters of men in combat, most of which were unfortunately later killed in action.
Oh, wow.
Now, the exhibit opens at the Denton's Museum of Rural Life on September 2nd and runs from 4:30 to 7:30 p.m., which just so happens to be the 70th anniversary of the official end of World War II and the signing of the peace agreement at the Tokyo Harbor. Veterans or their spouses who plan on attending are asked to call Carol Stockley at 410-479-1750.
That looks like a good time and very educational. Well, I want to tell you about a horse from Delaware. Held her own in the standard bred competition at the Maryland State Fair. This is Natasha, a standard-bred horse owned by the Robinson family in Georgetown. Now, a standard-bred is best known for its use in harness racing, but Natasha proved that's not the only thing they're good for. She was entered into 10 different classes, and in the end brought home 1 5th-place ribbon, 1 3rd-place ribbon, 6 2nd-place ribbons, 1 reserve champion ribbon, and 1 1st-place ribbon, which makes her one of the best showing horses this year. Congratulations.
Hey, well, you know, horses weren't the only animals representing Delmarva at the fair. Some goats also made a splash at the fair. Erica Willing of East Newmarket took home the title of Grand Champion Showman in the goat category with her doe, Gloriana. Now, this was the first time Erica has ever won first prize at the state fair. She also won several other titles, including Champion Percentage Doe. Congratulations, wow. Erica.
Great day for her. And it's a day many hunters wait all year for. Hunting season opened in Delaware today, specifically archery and crossbow deer season, as well as mourning dove and resident Canada goose seasons. Just make sure you have the proper hunting licenses and permits. Now, Sean, I don't know if you know this about me, but I hate ironing. And I think I found someone who hates it more than me. Take a look. Yeah, this guy.
He knew the ironing board was out.
If you just get the ironing board out, he throws a fit, barking and even trying to bite at the ironing board. And get this, they haven't even got the iron out yet. I know how he feels. Well, I go through the same defiance when I think about making dinner, but not after today. A little later, we're in the Delmarva Life kitchen whipping up a barbecue meal the entire family will love, from the meat to the slaw.
Well, making food is a whole lot more fun in an updated kitchen, and Granite can give you a look that you'll love. Think you can afford it? A little later on, we'll learn you can.
Well, maybe you want to make upgrades to the bathroom too. Our friends from Angie's List show us what's hot right now and how you can get those looks without breaking the bank.
But next, the sad truth is many people on Delmarva don't have a home. In fact, they're roaming the streets homeless. That's where Halo comes in to help. We'll go behind the scenes of this Delmarva treasure to see how the organization works to change lives. Delmarva Life, we'll be right back.
Delmarva Life is brought to you by Sussex County Federal Credit Union, guiding you to your financial future. Peninsula Regional Medical Center, honored to serve the entire Delmarva Peninsula since 1897. Hertrich Family of Automobile Dealerships, your local York and LG dealers, and State Farm Insurance. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.